This is funny. Dude. I procrastinated for like a whole hour on this. Could have started at like 10:45. It's funny how last week I spent like 2 hours reading chapter 8? And then I got to class, and he's like, all right, well, today we're going to start talking about chapter 10. I'm like, oh, come on. Seriously? I mean, thankfully I was able to do the assignment. I don't know if I'm going to get a very good grade, but I did the assignment. But this time, maybe I'll be prepared. Like, I literally emailed the professor and asked him what we were going to do in class. And it's so funny. He says that we have some random thing related to one of our projects that the whole project is due next Tuesday, but some random part of the project is due today. And it's like, really? Why are you only telling me and not the rest of the class that something is due tomorrow or today? He only told me. Like, he didn't make any announcement in the Canvas, and he didn't tell the class that anything was due. He just told me this when I asked him what we were doing in class today. Seriously? And also, my group has not really done anything for the project so far. And I'm waiting on them to do the first thing because they're doing the one who's interviewing their employer. And when they interview their employer, oh, that's funny. Hello? That is perfect timing. I get a phone call right when I start my video. Funny. So anyways, I was kind of complaining about how the professor kind of runs our class weird. I don't know. That's a weird way to put it. But basically the way he does the stuff is he doesn't even tell the class what we're doing next class. I wish he would say at the end of every class, like, okay, so next week we're going to do this and this. So maybe you want to read the chapter so you can prepare for what we're going to be doing next week. He doesn't do that for some reason. I don't know why he doesn't do that. But, so I actually literally just asked him what we were going to be doing. And then he said, we're going to have some random part of one of our projects due today. But the problem is, I'm waiting for my classmates to do their part of the project. They have not done it, as far as I can tell. And I can't do anything until they do their part, because they're the ones who agreed to do the interview. And also, if you're telling me that we have part of our project due today, then why on earth didn't you tell the rest of the class? Nobody in the class is going to be prepared to turn that thing in, because you didn't tell them. But so I'm not even going to bother with that. Like, for this, I'd have to like message my teammates again. I've already messaged them like 3 different times, and I feel like I'm like being an annoying person, just constantly asking them about the project, which is not how it's supposed to be. By the way, there's supposed to be a constant line of communication with your teammates, but no, they don't ever talk about the project at all, because they think, oh, it's due on the 15th. We don't really have to do anything for it until a few days before it's due. But guys, have you seen what our professor is doing? He's having us work on the project in class. This is just such a fun class. But anyways, to get prepared for the class, it's funny, because last week I was not prepared at all for the class, because we covered chapter 10, and I tried reading chapter 8. I didn't know we were covering chapter 10. So, don't you just love classes where the professor doesn't tell you what we're going to be doing in the next class, so I have no idea what to do to prepare for class? Like, that's been a problem with this class and my federal income tax class, because that professor is even worse. Like, he never says anything about what we're doing. Well, he does, actually. Never mind. But I was under the impression that we were going to start covering chapter 9, so I read chapter 9, and then we get to class, and we literally did not talk about chapter 9 the entire time. Like, come on. Dang. I also hate reading this text. We covered chapter 10 for one class period. Now we're going to be apparently going over chapter 14 and doing an in-class activity where I don't even know if I'll be able to finish it. I've been able to finish every activity except for one so far. That one is terrible. I hope we don't have anything like that again. There's going to be tons of stuff. How many? 28. Come on. 28. Dude. Do I have to read this whole thing? I have a feeling I have to read it. Man. Calculator, digital clock, radio. Dude, all those things are becoming completely obsolete. Like, literally, your phone can do all that stuff. Why are smartphones so... have just so many different things. But anyways. They sell their products to retailers. I don't feel like reading that. What? Why is that even relevant to our chapter? It must have been fun coming up with all those fake names. Wait, is this real? Wait, this might be a real thing. Never mind. Never mind, all these people are actually real. Right? Is this a real thing or is it fictional? We have finance, controller, treasurer. Oh. The revenue cycle is a recurring set of business activities and related information processing operations associated with providing goods and services to customers and collecting cash in payment for those sales. Dude, I wonder if we're going to have both a test and a project due next Tuesday. That's going to suck. Oh, man. Oh, man. I think this might be kind of a rough week. That was funny. Because, first of all, we might actually have a test and a project due in this class. Second, we're going to have a take-home test for federal income tax. Oh, no. And third, I have 2 things due this Thursday. Hey. And I think I have something to do Sunday, too. Man. I love when homework assignments are due on the weekends. That's just so fun. This is funny, this is funny, this is funny, this is funny, this is funny. I don't care about any of this. Why is the middle circle a revenue cycle? What is that?
In this chapter, we focus on the revenue cycle, which consists of interactions between a company and its customers.
Figure 14-2
shows a high-level view of what happens in the revenue cycle. Now let's look at each part of the figure. The revenue cycle typically begins when customers place orders. When customers place orders, sales staff check the quantities of desired inventory items that are available. If sufficient quantity is available, the goods are shipped to the customer, either by using a common carrier, such as UPS or FedEx, or the company's own vehicles. The goods are accompanied by 2 documents, a bill of lading and a package slip. The revenue cycle also sends information about the sale to the general ledger and reporting system, and information about any commissions earned to the HR payroll cycle, and processed by the company's accounting information system.
a pen for basic activities. Sales order entry, shipping, billing, cash collections. Oh, come on. What is this? Do I have to study these diagrams? I don't feel like studying this. Really? Do I have to study this? AOE uses an enterprise resource planning system. I'm not studying that. Process. AOE. Customers can place orders directly via the internet. In addition, salespeople use portable laptops to enter orders when calling on customers. The sales department enters customer orders received over the telephone, by fax, or by mail. Fax! Verify orders. Verifies customer creditworthiness, checks inventory availability, and notifies the warehouse and shipping departments about the approved sale. Warehouse and shipping employees enter data about their activities. Well, that was fun. Threats and control. Hold up. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I think I ended up with the best grade in the class on our test, on our last test. Yep. Dude, I barely studied for that. Man. I got so lucky on probably a few questions. Like, I think I only got 2 questions wrong when I should have really gotten like 7 questions wrong. So, hey, look. Nobody got a full grade on that assignment. Nobody got 100%. Nobody. That's funny. That's funny. Let's see. This is the latest one, I think. Oh, wait, no. That's literally the earliest one, you moronic. I got the worst grade in the class in this assignment. That's funny. That's funny. That's just so funny. Man, come on. Just come on. I got the highest grade in the class on this assignment. Well, I tied for the highest grade in the class because probably a bunch of people got 6.5 out of 7. 10 out of 10. Okay. Somebody got 0. So basically, starting on... So, like, I've been listening to the same music for 7 months in a row. I feel like that is definitely long enough. Like, I don't need to continue listening to it if I'm bored by it. I've literally been listening to the same music for 7 months. Wow. I mean, that's quite a long time for music to last. So... That is quite a long time. So I should not be surprised that I'm getting bored with it 7 months later. 7 months later. Oh. Oh my gosh. No. That's so much stuff. That's a noise that I'm making with this ruler against my hand. That's that's what the noise is. That's... It's funny how they're referencing other chapters that we haven't even read. Second general threat in the revenue cycle is unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information, such as pricing policies, I'm not even gonna be doing Dude, I'm going to be gone from this house for who knows how long. I'm debating whether or not to stay at my mom's house until Monday. I'm not sure. It's either going to be until Sunday or Monday. That's right. That was funny. Dude. That's fun. Hold on just a minute here. What did I recently... What was that for? I can't remember what it was for. What was that for? Dude, like I recently... paid like $200 for something. I don't even remember what it was for. Hey. Pricing policies or personal information about customers. The table shows that one way to mitigate the risk of this threat is to configure the system to employ strong access controls that limit who can view such information. It is also important to configure the system to limit employees' ability to use the system's built-in query capabilities to access only those specific tables and fields relevant to performing their assigned duties. In addition, sensitive data should be encrypted in storage to prevent IT employees who do not have access to the ERP system from using operating system utilities to view sensitive information. The organization should also design its websites to encrypt information requested from customers while that information is in transit over the internet. However, because encryption does not protect information during processing, organizations should also tokenize customer personal information to protect it from being viewed by employees who have authority to perform various revenue cycle activities. A third general threat in the revenue cycle concerns the loss or destruction. Oh my goodness gracious! It's so funny how we're gonna have like 3 big projects due all in the second half of the semester in federal income tax. Like he said not just the research project, but also another group project that he said it will take, quote, around 3 hours to do. Like, yeah, I highly doubt that. Like, why does it always take me longer to do assignments than everyone else? Why? Just why? Why does it take me longer to do assignments? It's so weird. Like, I probably spend less time studying for tests than most people, but I spend more time doing assignments than most people. Is it just because of the fact I spend less time studying? If I spent more time studying, the assignments would be easier. That's probably the reason. I'm literally preparing myself to do an in-class assignment right now by studying the chapter. I'm probably doing a terrible job of it, though. Time for time. Time for time. Time for time. That was fun time. That was fun time, everybody. I put a jacket on because I intentionally closed the vent in my room because the heating system always makes it a little bit too warm in here. So I closed the vent and now it's a little bit too cold. I'd rather it be a little too cold and a little too warm. So that's one. And so I guess I should wear a jacket. Oh, man. And whenever I'm doing a cubing session, my hands don't feel that cold because when I turn on all the lights when I do my cubing session, all those lights actually make it slightly warmer. That's fine. And I'm not even going to be doing a cubing session in this room for like the next week. Maybe even longer than a week. Because when I get back on Monday, I'll probably not even do a cubing session in between Monday and Wednesday. So basically not be doing any cubing in this room for like 2 weeks. Or something ridiculous. Oh my goodness. A third general threat in the revenue cycle concerns the loss or destruction of master data. The best way to mitigate the risk of this threat is to employ the backup and disaster recovery procedures that were discussed in Chapter 13. A best practice is to implement the ERP system as 3 separate instances. One instance, referred to as production, is used to process daily activity. A second is used for testing and development. A third instance should be maintained as an online backup to the production system to provide near real-time recovery. Accurate master data enables management to better use an ERP system's extensive reporting capabilities to monitor performance. Accountants should use their knowledge about the underlying business processes to design innovative reports that provide management with insights beyond those provided by traditional financial statements. For example, companies have always closely monitored sales trends. Additional information is needed, however, to identify the causes of changes in that measure. Metrics such as sales per customer, customer satisfaction ratings, and number of repeat customers can provide such information tracking trends in sales returns and allowances. It is also useful both for identifying signs of increasing customer dissatisfaction as well as potential theft by employees. Accountants can also use their data analytics skills to help identify potential frauds. For example, as companies increasingly shift advertising spend to digital ads, accountants should request detailed data supporting digital advertising charges to verify that those costs reflect actual ad views by humans and not non-human traffic by bots. The remainder of the chapter discusses. Okay. I wanted more quiz. Sales order entry. The revenue cycle begins with the receipt of orders from customers. The revenue cycle begins with the receipt of orders from customers. The sales department, which reports to the vice president of marketing, typically performs the sales order entry process, but increasingly customers are themselves entering much of this data through forms on a company's website storefront. Figure shows that the sales order entry process entails 3 steps: taking the customer's order, checking and approving customer credit, and checking inventory availability. It also includes an important related event that may be handled either by the sales order department or by a separate customer service department, which typically also reports to the vice president of marketing, responding to customer inquiries. Click on the blue icons in the figure below to learn about the threats and the controls needed to mitigate threats in the sales order entry process. Ooh, do I have to do this? No? Okay. Taking customer orders. Customer order data are recorded on a sales order document. In the past, organizations used paper documents. Today, the sales order document is usually an electronic form displayed on a computer monitor screen. Interestingly, many ERP systems continue to refer to these data entry screens as documents. Well, no, duh. We refer to Word documents as documents, even though most of the Word documents are not printed out. That's the most obvious statement you could have made. Why? Examination reveals that the sales order contains information about item numbers, quantities, prices, and other terms of the sale. Oh my goodness. I just sniffed close to the microphone. Dang it. Process. Traditionally, customer orders were entered into the system by employees. Increasingly, organizations seek to leverage IT to have customers do more of the data entry themselves. One way to accomplish this is to have customers complete a form on the company's website. Another is for customers to use electronic data interchange. What is that? What is that? The use of computerized communications and a standard coding scheme to submit business documents electronically in a format that can be automatically processed by the recipient's information system. To submit their order electronically in a format compatible with the company's sales order processing system, both techniques improve efficiency and cut costs. Focus describes how another recent IT development, QR codes, can further improve the efficiency and effectiveness of interacting with customers. And I can't skip the focuses because there were test questions that were related to the focuses, so I have to read them now. Man! That's fun. I feel like I'm going to be much better prepared for this upcoming test than I was for the last test, even though on the last test I managed to get a 95%. But I don't think I deserve to get a 95% because I think I guessed right on a bunch of questions and just got lucky. But I'm pretty sure there were a bunch of questions that were like from the focuses. And I was like, oh man, I didn't know I was supposed to read those. They look like just separate stuff that you don't need to study, but apparently it's not. Using QR codes to improve interaction with customers. QR codes are two-dimensional barcodes that can be scanned with a smartphone. They provide potential customers with access to multimedia anywhere at any time. For example, consider a charity fundraising event, such as an outdoor concert. QR codes can be printed on posters, displayed on video screens, and included in the program. When attendees scan the code, they are directed to a mobile website where they can make a donation via their smartphone. Such a process is likely to result in a higher percentage of attendees actually donating because they can act immediately upon their impulse. QR codes can also increase sales by enhancing customer service. For example, in South Korea, the grocery chain Tesco places display cases stocked with commonly purchased items at subway stops. Consumers can scan the QR codes next to the items they want, then enter their account number, and the groceries are delivered to their home within an hour. QR codes also facilitate real-time changes into advertising. The seller need only log into that account, change the content at that one central location, and every subsequent time that potential customer scans the QR code in this magazine, teletransportation shop, or other stop or other location, he or she will see the new updated information. Fun, QR codes. I am preparing for the class that is at 3:30. I'm only 1/4 of the way through according to this. Dang it. Man. Also, whenever I put my mouse over it, it disappears. So, dang it. Besides cutting costs, IT also provides opportunities to increase sales. One technique. What am I doing? Used by many internet retailers is to use sales history information to create marketing messages tailored to the individual customer. For example, once an Amazon.com customer selects... Once an Amazon.com customer selects a book, the website suggests related books that other customers, they're literally, have purchased when they bought the one the customer has already selected. Amazon.com and other internet retailers also use sales history data to create customized electronic coupons that they periodically send to customers to encourage additional purchases. Another technique involves the use of interactive sales order entry systems. That allow customers to customize products to meet their exact needs. Such interactive sales order entry systems not only increase sales, but also help improve cash flow in two ways. First, because many deals are built to order, less capital needs to be tied up in carrying a large inventory of finished goods. Second, the build-to-order model allows companies to collect all or part of the payment in advance. Good. Possibly even before they have to pay for the raw materials. My ruler snapped into place with the floor. That was fun. That was funny. Dude, where's my... Oh, I'm gonna eat it. That was funny. Bye.